Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic product backlog. Friend, product backlog is basically a fundamental concept, a very important concept in Scrum framework. Scrum is a framework which is based on the concept of agile project management methodology in which we divide the work into multiple chunks and we deliver the things with each sprint, with each chunk. And it is basically the concept of divide and rule, means that rather than focusing on the whole things, we divide the work and like we focus only on the chunks which we are going to deliver to the customer. So with each sprint, with each chunk, the things are completing, and at the end all the things will be delivered to the customer. So the product backlog is basically the set of features, requirements, enhancements, fixes, and the work needs to be done on a product. For example, like if you are working for an e-commerce solution, so customer can do the payment through credit card or debit card. This is a feature required in a product. Customer can see the product backlog. For example, you are working for a mobile application for a bank, so customer can transfer the funds to the friend. For example, customer can see his balance. So all those features called as the requirements or called as the user stories, and as a whole the all the requirements considered as a product backlog. Product backlog is dynamic and evolves throughout the project as new requirements emerge, prioritize, change, and the team learns more about the product. So, product backlog is simply the list of ordered features which are required for the product needs to be developed. So, first thing is the product backlog items. Friend, product backlog is composed of product backlog items which can take various forms such as user stories, features, bugs, technical tasks, or any work that adds value to the product. Each product backlog item is an individual unit of work that contributes to the overall development of the product. So every product backlog item has, it could be the features, bugs, technical tasks. For example, the customer should log in into the product. For example, customer can log out from the application, for example. So all the requirements, the feature set is considered as the product backlog item, and the main focus is on the delivery of the product and the work as well. Then different product owner's responsibility. Product owner is responsible for managing and prioritizing the product backlog. Basically, product owner is a person who has the knowledge about the requirement and feature set which needs to be developed, and the custodian, you can say the owner of the product, is basically the product owner. Product owner is a bridge between the customer stakeholders and the Scrum development team. He has complete knowledge about the product requirements, and product owner is the single individual empowered to make decisions about the order and content of the product backlog. Prioritization. The product backlog items, that means the feature sets required for the product, are prioritized based on their value to the customer or business value or market conditions. The highest priority items are placed on the top of the product backlog so that the Scrum team who is working for the sprint are basically picking the most valuable feature list from the top. Dynamic nature. Product backlog is dynamic in nature, that means they are changing with the time. For example, at the starting 5 things were required, but after 1 month the things changed and the requirements are also changing. So new items can be added, existing item can be removed, modified, changed, and priorities can be adjusted as per the customer needs and market condition. It is a living document that reflects the evolving understanding of the product and the needs of the stakeholders as well. Detailed and refined items. That means, friend, that the items which are at the top of the product backlog are typically more detailed and refined, providing a very clear understanding of what needs to be done. And as the items move down to the backlog, they can be less detailed, and details are added and refined as they approach the top and become the focus of upcoming sprint. So basically, the top items are more detailed, and the bottom items are less detailed. The reason is that once the for example, at the starting of the sprint we are focusing on the top level, so those top level items are more detailed, and once these sprint are moving, then we are reaching to the bottom level, so those bottom level features will be get more detailed as well. Collaborative refinement means the product backlog refinement is an ongoing process. That means the Scrum team collaborates to add details, estimates, and order items based on the latest information. Refinement helps ensure that the top items in the backlog are ready for selection in the upcoming sprint planning as well. So, with the collaboration, the refinement will be done. Refinement means that the more detailed about the requirements, and it also helps for the upcoming sprint planning as well. Sprint planning input. Friend, during the sprint planning, the Scrum development team select the features which are required for the sprint which needs to be developed, and they always took the items which are at the top of the product backlog, and the selected items are moved to the sprint backlog. That means the from the product backlog, which is a complete set of requirements, we take the selected number of items which is called as sprint backlog for detailed planning and execution. So product backlog is basically the superset, and the sprint backlog is the subset of the product backlog. Transparency means the product backlog provides a transparency into the work that needs to be done, and also stakeholders get understanding about the priorities and the progress of the work. It serves as a communication tool between the product owner and the development team as well. So they knows that what work has been completed, what work has been remaining. Emergent requirements means the product backlog also allows the inclusion of emerging requirements, for example, changing market conditions, requirements, priorities, so allow the team to adapt to evolving circumstances as well. Definition of ready means items in the product backlog should meet a definition of ready or done means. That means indicating that they are well understood, properly detailed, and ready for the team to work on as well. Here, friend, it is very important that the definition of ready should be clearly defined. The criteria should be well understood. Every team who is working, a Scrum team who is working for the sprint, they should know that what is the definition of ready. Then continuous refinement means the product backlog is basically a document which is continuously evolving, refining with respect to the current goals of the sprints, priorities, and understanding of the product. Whenever the product owner meets with the stakeholders and having a demo of the application, the product backlog can be refined, and it is a continuous process through which it is going on. So product backlog is a dynamic and essential tool for Scrum teams, providing a clear roadmap of work that needs to be done while allowing for adaptability and flexibility as the project progresses. It plays a crucial role in facilitating communication, collaboration, and transparency within the Scrum framework.